Hello there and welcome to my channel. My name is Terry and today I will be sharing this cute little card that I created using some products from Say It With Stamps. So let's get started. Okay, so here is a close-up look at the stamp set that I will be using today. It's super cute. It's called I'll Be Home for Christmas, and I love it because it has all these little elements that you can use on your card front. Okay, so to start off my card, I am going in with the Color Me cardstock, and I trimmed it down to fit into my stamping platform. And I'm also using a black alcohol marker friendly ink. And I did have to stamp this twice onto my cardstock just to make sure I got a good impression. And once I was ready, of course, it's time for coloring. And my choice of coloring medium today is Copic markers. And I will go ahead and leave a time stamp down below. So if you're not interested in the coloring part, you can go ahead and forward it to that time. But if you are, I hope you sit back and enjoy. Okay, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
First Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in a fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of First Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in a fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Okay, so I am back. So after I finished coloring, I went ahead and used the coordinating dies and ran that through my die cutting machine. I love how everything just pops out so easily. And here's a close-up look at everything that I colored and die cut. I just love all the little pieces, all of the elements. It just helps create such a nice scene. And I absolutely love that the die cut cuts the inner part of the wreath. Okay, so it's time to build our scene. So I'm going in with the pebbles and stone stencil, and I'm going in at an angle on another piece of white cardstock. I went ahead and taped down the side just to make sure that it doesn't shift around during ink blending. So now I'm going in with my tiny brush, and I love this brush because it's so small and it gets into the intricate spaces of the stencil. I am using an ink that's on a lighter shade, like a gray color, and I'm just blending that throughout the stencil. Then I wanted to add a little bit of shadow onto the pebbles and stones, so I'm going in with a darker shade of brown. And using my paper trimmer, I trimmed down the card panel to 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Okay, so before we assemble everything together, I'm just trying to figure out the placement on my card panel. And once I decided on that, I went in with the brick stamp from the stamp set, and going in with a shade of gray ink, I just stamped that throughout the card panel. And to give a little more interest to the background scene, I used the same gray ink and just blended it around the bricks, just to create some sort of shadow onto the background scene. Now for the sentiment, I'm going in with this large Christmas sentiment stamp from the new stamp set. And this stamp set is called Christmas Word. And I love this stamp set because it has so many different options you can use. And I love the scriptiness of this sentiment here. So I went ahead and stamped that down my card panel with black ink. And I'm going in with clear embossing powder. And I'm heat setting that with my heat tool. I like doing this because it gives a little shine to the card panel. Okay, and off screen, I went ahead and adhered everything together. I also adhered it to a black matte rectangle piece. And I used a combination of liquid adhesive and foam squares. Okay, and that's it. This completes the card. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and please don't forget to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.
First Noel, the angels did say, was to